Season 2 of my favorite Star Wars series, Andor, comes out next week. So today, I'm ranking all 12 episodes in order. From least liked, because there is no worst in this series, to favorite. Let's revisit what made this series so great before Season 2 comes out. At number 12, we have Episode 7, Announcement. The Rebel Cell just robbed the Empire on Aldhani, so things are a little slower in this episode. It's crucial for a character repositioning, but it lacks the momentum and excitement that came in the previous episode. The Empire is tightening its grip and introducing new repressive measures, so it's more connective tissue than standout moments. At number 11, we have Episode 2, That Would Be Me. As the security threat intensifies, Luthen Rael travels to Ferrix to find Cassian. We're deep in the setup phase here in this episode as well. There's some good world building, but it doesn't quite spark yet. It's still laying kindling. At number 10, we have Episode 9, Nobody's Listening. Cassian begins planning the prison escape while the system's cruelty becomes clearer. But perhaps more importantly, Kino Loy begins to lose faith in the promise of release. It's a tense prison episode that starts to push Cassian to his limit. This one is more about simmering pressure, but it also has the scene where the ever so positive Imperial officer, Dr. Gorst, tortures Bix in an attempt to get information out of her. It's a brilliant scene that really shows how cruel the Empire can be, more so than we've seen in other live-action episodes. At number 9, we have Episode 5, The Axe Forgets. Tensions rise among the rebel team before the heist on Aldhani, as distrust and ideology clash. The slow pacing is deliberate, but it gives us great insight into the ideological fractures among the rebels. And while Cassian begins to earn the respect of the other rebels, he still has his secrets. Unlike The Mandalorian and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor was filmed almost entirely on real locations and practical sets, giving it a gritty, grounded feel that separates it from other Star Wars shows. At number 8, we have Episode 8, Narkina 5. Cassian enters the prison system and realizes just how deep the Empire's cruelty goes. It's a grim episode, and Andy Serkis makes his entrance as Kino Loy, and the Imperial officer Dedra begins to tighten her investigation into rebel activity. This is also the episode where we get to see Saw Gerrera for the first time, who is played by Forrest Whitaker. At number 7, we have Episode 4, Aldhani. Cassian joins a rebel cell who plan to rob an Imperial payroll facility. We meet Luthen's full double life and get our first look at Mon Mothma's political balancing act. It's the start of the show's real intrigue. We really begin to see how difficult it was for Mon Mothma, and Genevieve O'Reilly really has done a wonderful job balancing Mon Mothma's different lives and personas through her acting. At number 6, we have Episode 3, Reckoning. The episode where things finally explode, literally. The tension from the first 2 episodes pays off here. Cassian's arc officially kicks off. Luthen and Cassian meet, and they have their shakedown of each other. And Cassian finally becomes a member of the rebellion as Cyril and his command of Imperial troops pursue him across the city. At number 5, we have Episode 12, Rick's Road. It's a powerful finale that brings everything full circle. The funeral scene alone hits really hard, and the spark of rebellion is undeniable. There is chaos in the streets of Ferrix, and we get what might be the best rhetorical moment of the series when Marva gives her speech. Fiona Shaw was the perfect casting choice for Marva. Did you know that the showrunner, Tony Gilroy, who also worked on Rogue One, avoided other Star Wars shows during Andor's production so he wouldn't be influenced? He wanted a completely fresh take. At number 4, we have Episode 1, Casa. It's a moody, methodical intro that tells you this is not Star Wars as we're used to. It's bleak, slow burning, and totally confident in its own tone. Cassian kills 2 guards, which triggers a manhunt that sets the entire story in motion. It was kind of a hit or miss intro to a series that redefined what a good Star Wars show could be. At number 3, we have Episode 6, The Eye. The Aldhani heist goes down, and it's beautiful chaos. Visually stunning, emotionally grounded, and the tension never lets go. And while the rebels pull off their heist, it is not without sacrifice. And Cassian makes an important decision at the end of it all. At number 2, we have Episode 11, Daughter of Ferrix. An emotionally devastating episode as Marva's presence lingers over Ferrix, Every character's choices begin to converge, and the buildup is perfect. But this episode really has two amazing scenes. First is when Saw Gerrera and Luthen Rael have their discussion about Krieger, the sacrificial lamb that we never actually met. It's brilliant acting with some great tension. And then there is when Luthen escapes from the Imperial Patrol as he tries to flee the planet. It's such a fun scene that gave us several things that Star Wars fans had never seen before. And at number 1, we have Episode 10, One Way Out. This is the one. Andy Serkis delivers one of his best monologues in Star Wars history. The prison break is electric, and the entire arc hits its emotional peak. It's not just the best episode of Andor, it is one of the better hours of TV in the Star Wars universe. And then, for Kino Loy to say how he can't swim at the end was a great twist. How much fun was that? So that's my ranking of every Andor episode. And honestly, even the ones at the bottom are still stronger than most Star Wars content that we've had recently. But which episode hits hardest for you? Let me know your top 3 in the comments. And if you're still sleeping on Andor, it's time to wake up. This series is absolutely amazing. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.